With us this week about email etiquette. So this is such a big deal. I mean, we all email, but really you need some etiquette when you're doing it.
We do, and because we work with some of the same people on a regular basis, we can get comfortable, and sometimes we can choose to not always continue the professionalism when maybe it is still warranted.
Yeah, and that's a bad idea. Don't get too comfortable. Don't be cutesy and no smiley faces, things like that. Keep it professional.
Yeah, it depends. I think if you know the person that you're working with and you have a great relationship and you know that they're okay with that, then some of those things could be all right, but not all the time.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And you know, we do email all the time, but sometimes it actually is better to talk in person or call somebody. When are those times?
Well, if there's a situation that you don't know if your tone might be perceived, it could be something where you feel like it's a sticky situation. We need to talk this through over the phone rather than sending an email, because it is hard for us to understand emotion when it comes through on an email or a text or something like that. And so sometimes it is still better to pick up the phone and have a real conversation. Boy,
it can be tricky because you might think you're being funny or cute, and it really could be taken the wrong way.
It absolutely could, and we don't want that. Communication is a difficult enough thing as it is, so sometimes let's pick up the phone, make the call, and have that conversation.
And then keep it professional when you're doing it, like you say. Well, just to be safe, for most people that you work with, it is going to be polite and professional and not slang and things like that.
Yeah, it's probably pretty minimal, the amount of slang and things, but people do seem, it has been changing over the years. So email has become a little bit more text language oriented. So we are seeing a lot of people kind of gravitate towards that and being a little bit quicker, less actual formal letters that it used to be. I mean, email started that way as real letters, and they've sort of started to change. So there is a little bit more casual shift, but the job seekers still got to pay attention to this. So
before you get the job.
Absolutely. So if you're working with a recruiter, an HR manager, or somebody in a hiring position, let's treat those very professionally and make sure maybe you're getting those edited by a friend or somebody before you're sending them out, to make sure that you're using proper grammar, punctuation. Really a good idea. Yeah,
that is a really good idea, because spell check. Just do spell check. Can really make a difference.
It can, and spell check and rereading it and double check, triple check before you make that first impression.
All right, good. Okay, so how can people get a hold of you? You get a job.
FedigTeam.com. We have postings on the website, and a lot of people follow us on Facebook to hear about new openings and forward them to their friends. So.
Okay, great. All right, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Well, all talks were about whether we're going to have a white Christmas. Looks like